leaning into the drive, copybook cover drive that from Michael Clark. Look at the way he's positioning.
To start with, the teacher will explain the learning objectives of the session. These are to assess your partner and apply a starting level, to break down the front foot drive, focusing on the key areas, and to apply the criteria into a constrained and core task. This core task of pairs cricket will let the participants get a kinesthetic feel for cricket, but also for the front foot drive, for the teachers to assess how capable they are of performing the shot, and for them to peer assess their partner. The teacher will have explained that whilst playing the core task, the pupils should be assessing their partner's capability at performing the front foot drive, focusing on the key areas of them getting their foot to the pitch of the ball, having a straight back throughout the shot, and use their top hand to keep the ball on the floor. There will be 8 pupils to each pitch, therefore creating 4 pairs. Each pair will have 2 overs to bowl, 1 for each pupil, and 2 overs to bat against. When playing, pair 1 will bat and bowl against pair 4, and pair 2 will bat and bowl against pair 3. Each pair will start on 10 runs and lose 2 runs for each wicket, but gain 4 runs if they hit the ball between the designated areas, the white cones on the video. If there's time, pair 1 and 2 will swap over. The criteria for the front foot drive will have been discussed the previous week, allowing pupils to build ownership and to have clarity on the expectation of what they need to do. In this instance, the criteria consists of 5 levels for the students to criterion reference against. The criterion reference assessment will obtain specific knowledge and skills each student will be able to demonstrate based on their characteristics matching a level in the criteria. A constrained game of wicket cricket will allow the pupils to increase their kinesthetic feel for the front foot drive. The wickets being in front of the pupils will make sure that they have to play the shot with a straight bat, but also make the pupils step past the wicket to the pitch of the ball. Also for them to self and peer assess against the criteria so that the entire group have an individual level to start on. The pupils will receive descriptive feedback throughout the lesson by talking to their peers and the teacher about why they are able to play the shot and why they were not able to play the shot, but also gain feedback from their peers by highlighting anything they have missed and self-feedback from their own kinesthetic feel and from the outcome. They need to remember to focus specifically on the key areas of the shot, the feet, the bat and the hands. The constrained game will allow the teacher to see who is able to play the front foot drive well and who isn't, but it will also allow for problem solving to occur by the pupils, such as if the ball is going in the air, they will solve the problem by using their top hand to hit the ball into the floor.
I got my foot right to the pitch, head over, and top hand controlled it.
What about the bat? Did it come down side?
Straight through the gate.
Yep. The skill will be broken down and shown to the pupils in a demonstration. The teacher will back up the demonstration by emphasising through speech the key areas to focus on when practicing the drill. These are the movement of the foot to the pitch of the ball, the straight bat throughout the delivery of the shot, and to use the top hand to keep the ball along the floor when striking the ball. Both the demonstration and the auditory emphasis will help visual and auditory learners to understand the key areas of the front foot drive. Questioning will occur to assess whether the pupils have taken in and gained knowledge on the key areas of the front foot drive, which they are about to go away and reinforce through practice and further questioning. First of all, pupils will go into a little game of one hand bat catch, where one person will place the bat on their foot and use their top hand to hold the bat. The player will bounce the ball into them and they have to hit the ball down before anyone catches the ball. This reinforces kinesthetic feel to their top hand, but also their movement of their foot to the pitch of the ball when playing the front foot drive. It will also help them to understand why it is important to get the step to the pitch of the ball and why using their top hand will reduce the risk of being caught. When moving on to performing the front foot drive, starting at level 1 on the criteria, the pupils will receive descriptive feedback throughout the lesson by stating to their peers and the teacher about why they are able to play the shot and why they are not able to play the shot. They will need to focus on the key areas the teacher explained when demonstrating the front foot drive. When moving on to performing the front foot drive, starting at level 1 on the criteria, the pupils will receive descriptive feedback throughout the lesson by stating to their peers and the teacher about why they're able to play the shot and why they're not able to play the shot. They will need to focus on the key areas the teacher explained when demonstrating the front foot drive. By getting the performers to have a go, it will allow them to build up their kinesthetic feel for the front foot drive, specifically helping learners who learn best by having a go, as well as helping pupils to put the mental image from the demonstration into practice. As stated in the criteria, a level 1 performer will technically be able to use the demonstration to guide positioning, to hit the ball off the gun 100% of the time, but in any direction or height, in their own time. Further questioning by peers or by the teacher will assess if they have gained knowledge on when and why to play the shot. This will build up their tactical knowledge of the front foot drive. After each member of the group has had a go at gaining kinesthetic feel for the front foot drive, they will move on to their level which they have been appointed. A level 2 performer will technically be able to do the same as a level 1 performer, but also develop their own batting stance and use their top hand to hit most of the shots along the floor. They will start to use the straight bat to hit the ball on the offside 100% of the time. However, their timing on the shot may be late, and the ball may bounce too high, resulting in them not being able to get as much power on the shot, only allowing them to hit the benches around 4 out of 10 times. Tactically, a level 2 performer will understand why getting their foot to the pitch of the ball is important. Here, a performer is starting at level 3. This is because the feedback he received from a number of sources, himself, his peers, and the teacher, have all pointed out he has level 3 characteristics. This is because technically he is able to perform the same as level 1 and 2, but he starts to move into position, he consistently uses a straight bat to hit 9% into the offside, he moves his feet to the pitch of the ball, and uses his top hand to hit most of the shots along the floor. His timing also improves, allowing him to hit 6 out of 10 balls into the benches. Tactically, he starts to get into position by judging the flight and length of the ball. At level 4, the performer will be able to do the same as performers at levels 1 to 3, but also technically, getting into position is subconscious, allowing them to hit 100% into the offside. They will have their own working batting stance, be able to hit 90% on the floor, with the odd few going in the air, and timing is consistent, making scoring 7 out of 10 into the benches look effortless. Tactically, at level 4 the performer will start to aim for gaps and pick up a few maximum scores. Also, if they haven't done so in level 3, the performer will start to narrow the wickets in front of them, making it more challenging, and so they will have to play with an even straighter bat. Finally, at level 5, performers will be able to apply all the previous levels from the criteria, but into a game situation with the wickets being taken away and the shot being played effortlessly 100% into the offside and along the floor due to a straight bat, the top hand, and the foot movement being subconscious. Also, well-timed soft shots will be played to steal quick singles. Tactically, at level 5, the performer will be able to pick out gaps in the field to either score quick runs or fours on at least 8 out of 10 occasions when the front foot drive is applicable. The pupils will then go back into the constrained game of wicket cricket, applying their knowledge of the front foot drive. The pupils may have an extra stump in the wickets, but if not, should still have the knowledge and be able to apply the front foot drive and be able to score more runs using the shot. Continuous repeated questioning on the front foot drive should help to reinforce the knowledge of how and when they should play the shot, remembering the key focus areas of the feet, hands and bat delivery. To make sure that the front foot drive is used when it can be, there will be an additional 2 points, making the maximum awardable runs 6. This will be awarded if the bat is played through the wicket and the ball is hit along the floor between the designated areas. This will motivate the learners to try the front foot shot when they are able to. Again, feedback will be given out to the students through auditory and visual means. This will help both auditory and visual learners to continue their performance and knowledge development of the front foot drive in cricket, thus allowing them to get a greater kinesthetic feel for the skill, which in turn allows the pupils to rely more on internal feedback through how the shot felt, kinesthesia, rather than external sources such as peers and teachers. The game of pairs cricket will be played at the end. The pupils will apply the criteria to the game. However, just like in the constrained game, if they hit the ball between the designated areas using the correct technique of the front foot drive, then as well as getting 4 runs, they will get an additional 2 runs to make 6, the maximum score in cricket. The game at the end will not only help to reinforce what the pupils have been practicing, but also to give the pupils a fun element to the lesson, preventing the pupils from getting bored. After each section in the lesson, the pupils will have assessed theirs and their peers, their partner in the pairs game, capability of performing the front foot drive. At the end of the lesson, they will have re-evaluated their level, consulting their peers and the teacher if necessary. This will let the pupils see how their knowledge and the skill of the front foot drive has improved throughout the lesson.